Very energetic when she could be. Artistic. She loved to sing. She loved to dance. She loved to do projects. She always had a lot of style. She wore sunglasses and hats all the time. Pretty dresses, always accessorized.
She was a normal kid. She was a healthy little girl. And she did nothing but want to do every single thing that her big brother and big sister did.
Well, Alana and I she had had breast cancer 10 years before, and we thought it was gone, and it came back, and she battled it really hard, but it came back, and it metastasized in quite a bit of her abdomen and her back. And
Dale has been diagnosed with a Parkinsonism with Lewy body dementia. He also has atrial fibrillation and has a pacemaker.
She was diagnosed at the beginning of March of 2015, and she had just developed a tumor that was next to her eye, and it was removed, and she wound up battling the same type of cancer an additional 3 times, so 4 times altogether.
Symptoms began several years ago gradually, but his diagnosis was given in January of 2017.
We reached a point that after all the treatments and all the battling and all the things that we had done, we reached a point that we knew the road we were going to go.
He is losing strength physically. He's losing cognitive ability. Dale knows that he has difficulty in communicating and has very little stamina. His blood pressure is extremely low, which is an indication his heart is having more difficulty.
So we had the conversation about no more treatment and staying comfortable. I made her a promise that in this day and age, there's no reason to suffer when you leave. And we had that conversation on our patio for a long time. And we agreed that hospice was the best route to go.
Well, actually, as soon as we found out she was terminal, we kind of put a bunch of things into play where we were going out of town, and so and I think maybe even part of it was we weren't ready to fully accept that we were going into hospice with her, that she was terminal.
And I had a misunderstanding of hospice and did not agree. And after we were interviewed and evaluated, it was shown that he was very much ready for hospice.
The morning that we decided to admit Lily into the hospice facility, Miss Kathy had come out here and been with me while Jeff and the kids were getting home, and she helped us in deciding what our next step was going to be, and we decided later on that afternoon that it would be to go to the to the hospice facility where Lily's pain could be controlled.
So he's not lacking in any care in any quarter. He's being taken care of very efficiently and effectively. That was new to me. I didn't understand that about hospice.
Because I didn't quite realize we were going to be there as long as we were. So I had plenty of time to find out the little things, at 3 in the morning or 5 in the morning, or when I thought the staff was great.
So we went to the center not knowing what to expect. We spent so much time in hospital rooms that, that's what we really expected. And we got there and there's no IV pole, there's no beeping sounds, there's no hustle and bustle, there's nobody coming over the PC talking about emergencies on other floors. It's peace and it's quiet. There's other families there that you end up sitting down in the kitchen having a conversation with over ice cream or coffee or whatever.
The staff was wonderful. They understand what's going on. Nobody's hiding from what's happening, nor were we. I think the reality of it is you need the spiritual part of that, and then there's the physical part. And you got to take care of that physical part so that you can enjoy and have the spiritual part with your family and some nice, good last conversations. You know, some people get no warning. So hospice care was great for us as a family and for her especially.
The process of dying is a state of bewilderment, even though we're inundated with websites and brochures and information and gym classes and support groups. You still need someone to come along beside you and walk with you through the process and help you cage the fear that comes along with the process and help you know what to do with all the information that's available to you, how to use it, and what actually befits the loved one that you're caring for.
Leanne was Lily's nurse for 3 years. She was her home nurse for 3 years. She can tell you all the medications. She can tell you the dates of every procedure. It's ridiculous amount of information she's got stuck in her head. But as soon as hospice was involved, instead of calling the doctor and trying to figure out what was next, she could just call the nurse and say, "This is what I want," and it just happened.
Everybody was making sure that she was comfortable. We knew where we were at, what we were looking at in the future, not just the next day, but giving us even details of, you know, things that could happen as things progress that we had never discussed before. And
they prepared us for everything that came up. We knew about it ahead of time.
Yeah.
It makes it easier on the family. It makes it easier on the patient. It allows them to live every day. You know, we were talking about some people, when they get a terminal diagnosis, that they just sit down and wait. And some people choose to live. And we chose to live every day. And hospice helped us do that in a comfortable way. Lana got to visit with her family. We spent quite a bit of time in a facility because we couldn't do what we needed to do at home.
We're building a trust factor with each other, and I'm learning to trust them because of their ability and their performance and their compassion. And that's been such a respite for me.
Whether it's a mother, a dad, a child, a spouse, they deserve it. And it takes the pressure off the caregiver and the family a little bit. You need to turn some of these professional things over to people that know what they're doing. And you get to enjoy your time more.
Hospice will give you someone to walk beside you and help you make those decisions and help anticipate for you the future decisions. That's been one of the greatest benefits, is that I no longer have to anticipate what to decide or what will come. Hospice has helped me see what I might want to think about, and if I'm not ready, they wait and present it again. And they've done that with Dale in a very simple and unassuming or threatening way. It's been very comfortable, and if he's not ready to discuss it yet, they'll wait.
I can't imagine going through the last 2 weeks without all the people that were around us.
Agreed. Yeah, very much so. They made our lives in such a difficult and tragic situation. You know, watching our 4-year-old wither away, but always making sure that she was as comfortable as possible, that she didn't have to wait for the pain to go away, to be there. They were always on the ball and had nothing but love and support for all of us.
They made sure we laughed every day.
Yes, they did do that.
And
they did a good job of it too.
They saw us cry every day. They held our hand every day.
And they cried with us too. They definitely were feeling the pain that we were feeling. But, you know, they're just incredible people, and we're so grateful for them. And miss them too.
Strangely enough.
Yes, strangely enough, but we do. We miss them.